Welcome back to the free trading course. This is Widxchange Trading Center. In this video, we are going to talk about the 4 qualities that are required if you want to be a professional trader. Because as we said, trading is a profession. And whatever we do is to make sure you become a professional, that you approach the market with a scientific mind, a mind that understands what is it you are doing. You are very conscious and aware of every movement that you do in the market. It is not something that is relied on luck. It is not something that you do like you would do when you go to a casino. It is not also neither something that you do in your spare time as a hobby. You know, there are people in Wall Street who have spent decades learning about the market. So it is not just, a game. It is something that you do with a professional mind. And as any profession, it requires you to develop a set of skills. And trading is not about what you get. It's not about the amount of money you get. Any degenerate gambler can invest in crypto and be a millionaire or lose everything, or can go to a casino and, make money overnight. But trading is not about the thrill of what you get. It is about the skill that you develop, how you approach uncertainty, how you will manage risk, how you manage capital, how you manage resources. This is what trading is all about, the skills that you develop. So today we are going to see the 4 key main skills that you need to develop as a professional trader. There are many skills, but those are the 4 key main ones that you need if you want to start on a right foot. First skill number 1, and this is something that characterizes every professional trader. It is the ability to see structures, that your involvement in the market is based on clear structure. When we talk about market structure, this is what we are talking about, that the price action is not random. It is based on clear principles. Every movement of the market has a beginning, has a plan behind it, has an intention, and has a reach or a goal, a clear intention. So those principles are the things that move price. Price action is the story of capital, and capital has rules behind it. Okay? This is why you are going to find so many systems, because there are principles behind the movement of capital, the movement of the chart. There are going to be so many systems. You're going to find SMC, Smart Money Concept, Wyckoff, Elliott Wave, ICT, many indicators that are going to show you the same thing, which is structure, a structurized way of approaching the movement of the market. The movement of the market can seem random to the mind that is not trained in the patterns recognition or whatever it is, whatever the system you are using. Those systems, they are equally valuable. None of them is better than the other one. Though they might say they are the best, none of them is the best, is better than the other one. They are all doing the same thing, which is to show you a structurized way to approach the market. So don't get into the game, don't get caught into the game of, playing the ego game that you are the best, better than everybody else. That's not the point of trading. This is not trading. This is just egomania. So every system, whatever it is showing you structure. Now, skill number 2, it is the ability to act, to take action based on clear parameters. That is, when you get involved in the market, your entries and exit, they are based on clear parameters. What is a parameter? Well, a parameter, it is something that the professional uses to enter a trade. And that parameter is a clear, specific, measurable, and factual, right? Factual, realistic set of criteria. That is, every trade that you enter, when you look back on them, you can clearly see why you took the trade. specifically. You can measure why, when you enter the trade, how many pips was it, how many ticks, or how many price, how many points it was, why you enter it, what convinced you, what happened prior to that convinced you to enter the trade. This is what a professional trader does. Ability to enter trade based on clear, factual, measurable, and specific criteria. Skill number 3, and this is a big one. This is one that blows so many accounts if you don't have this skill. It is the ability to let go. Simply let go. That you don't get married to your trades. Whatever happens with the trade, there is no emotional commitment to it. Whatever happens, it was something that was based on clear parameters. You know when you enter and you know when you exit. In our community, there is something that we call the trade candle. The trade candle is a principle that we use to know it beforehand, all the movements that are possible, that has probabilities in the trade that we take, so that when we enter the trade, there is no emotional baggage attached to the trade, right? Okay, so we let the market decide, because you cannot control what the market is doing. There are millions, billions of people, traders just like you, trading whatever it is you are trading. The movement that you see on the chart, this is movement, decision made by countless traders. How dare you think that you can control what they do? If they are going to be fearful of whatever the market is right now, you cannot decide this. So only thing you can do is to position yourself like a good, salesman or sailman or captain of a ship. You position yourself to ride the wave. That's all you can do. You cannot control where the wave is going to push you, but you can make sure that your boat doesn't have any holes in it so that you can be carried away safely to destination. Skill number 4. So it is the ability to utilize. This is a very key word. Utilize, to make use of feedbacks. Some people don't even look back on the trades. They just take the trail of the trade and be done with the trading session. But every action that you do on the chart, it has consequences. And those consequences, they are feedbacks. What the market does, the outcomes are also feedback. But your personal, as we said, trade candle has feedback. It is a feedback, and you need to know how to utilize it. Because professional traders will rely on data. Data is a set of information that is based on reality. So not our feelings, but the hard, cold, truthful, and factual feedback, information from the real chart. When we backtest, we don't just backtest what we wish to see on the market, but what the market is actually doing. That's why in our community, we hardly backtest. We use live market. On live market, we make sure that you understand what you are doing. So those are the 4 skills that we need to develop, to acquire if we want to be a professional trader. We need to be able to use feedback. We need to be able to let go of whatever emotional attachment we have to the chart. We need to be able to act on definable parameters. And most importantly, we need to be able to see clearly what the market is doing. So those are the 4 skills that you need. You can develop them on your own. You can try, to trial and error. You can stumble upon them. Or you can use a community with a leader that is going to guide you, to lead you through the methods that can give you the proper involvement in the market through developing those 4 skills. Make sure that you understand those. We are going to make sure that you understand this. Everybody in the community, not just the leader, we are going to make sure that you understand this. Everybody is going to push you to the point where you internalize those 4 skills, and be the best professional trader, the best trader that you can be, the best version of yourself. So if you are interested in this type of realistic way of approaching the trading, you can contact us with the description of this video. There are going to be information to get in contact with us and get involved in our community. Thank you for your time.